Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Silent Calls Tarot. I'm Nini, and I'm going to do a collective energy read, so it won't be for any specific sign. It'll be for whoever is guided to these messages. So take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. All of my information for contacting me, booking any kind of readings, any of my jewelry or anything, all of that is available on my website. It'll be the link in the description box below, as well as my email address, so you can have direct contact with me. Okay, so Spirit, I allow you to use me as a vessel. Please help me to hear, speak, and see clearly to get these messages across, and I do thank you for this opportunity. I only allow in spirits, beings, ancestors, angels that are for our highest good only. Okay, so they were just showing me, like, when I don't know, I zoned out. But they were showing me, like, with me going into that meditation state and preparing myself to be in that meditative state to channel or whatever. They were showing me to make a gold bubble around myself as well as a white bubble. So I did both. But before I started this reading, they had me to go to a hertz here. And this hertz is for protection of your psyche, your auric shield, your auric field or whatever. And it helps you with protection against spiritual attacks, psychic attacks, any kind of attacks on your mental, physical, anything that would affect your energy field or whatever. This is what this hertz is for. So it kind of goes in together with that protection bubble, that auric field, that shield, shielding you from a psychic attack, shielding you from psychic attacks, negative energy, anything that could affect you or hinder your energy from being in a higher vibration here. So let me show y'all. This is what, I don't know, y'all been crapping in my screen. It's about time now. We got a little more time with it. I'm not buying no new phone yet. Not until this one go completely out. Okay, so I am going to use the Prism of Visions tarot deck here. And, yeah. Okay. So, I would say, like, for the past couple of days. For the past few days or whatever, I've just been able to reflect on myself and, you know, going back with all this retrograde junk going on. It makes you look back. So I've been looking back and reflecting on, you know, like, my past and who I am now, coming into, like, getting into the like balance with who I am now, and not no longer trying to fit into that perspective of who I was and what I used to do and all that. Just getting, like, you know, having to adapt to who I am now, as well as others adapting to me, but, you know, adapting to yourself. So I've been in that process, and, like, I've never really had a problem with, you know, dating or getting someone to date, if we're gonna say it like that. I've never had a problem with that at all. But, like, when I was, you know, a long life or whatever, I wanted, like, this love or whatever to be, you know, how everyone gets that princess fairy tale type thing going on in movies and stuff that is depicted as a young child. So you seek that throughout life or whatever. But all throughout what I had been reflecting on, I was just looking at the things that I would do and how I would act and how I would respond. And I've come into realization that, like, me having to be placed in a position to be alone, because I was just up last night. I wasn't up all night, but in my time right before me going to sleep, you know, that meditative state you get in before you go into your sleep state. So I was laying there and I was just thinking, because, like, you know how you upload pictures or whatever, I had seen, like, you know how I see the more that there's more attention being pulled in or whatever, more people want to talk to me, and there's, like, a different variety, a better variety from what I'm used to or whatever. But I was looking because I got like DMs or whatever, and people were asking me like, "Are you single?" Blah 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 blah, and I am, but I was looking at like usually I would just jump on. I wouldn't say the first thing that came by now, not the first thing, but if it was like a dude or whatever that looked worth me talking to or anything, I would go ahead and talk to this person. I would give her my number, even if I didn't know where it would go. I would just talk just because, just to have that energy around, just to not feel alone or whatever. And that happened to me or whatever. And when I was approached with it, I responded and I reacted in a different manner, an unknown manner that I usually wouldn't have responded to or responded in. And I kind of shocked myself. It was like this newness about me that was new to me, because when I was asked about it, I got this feeling like I was being given an ultimatum. Are you going to, it was more so like, do you have to have someone right now, or do you just want someone? And I was just thinking like, before I responded, I was like, I don't know. And then I came to like this realization. I'm actually, you know how you get happy being alone, or you get it's you accept that you are single or whatever. But I was more so say, I don't know how to explain it, because I've never felt like this before. I've always had to have someone else, or someone that could just be there, or that energy. But I don't know, it's like I don't need it. And it is new to me, because I don't know, it shocked me, because dude wasn't nothing. He wasn't on no, well, from what I looked on his profile before I got to go and skim through doing my little investigative search or whatever, he looked like a nice dude or whatever, and he approached me in a good manner, in a humble manner or whatever, humble whatever. He approached me like a man would or whatever, in a way, in a sense. But he approached me in a respectable manner. That's what I was saying. Yeah, and I was just like, man, there's something wrong with me. I didn't say something wrong, but it's like, who is this person? What is going on? Because I don't know that side of me, but I'm getting to know it. Cause like, yeah, I would have at least had somebody to just text or just talk on the phone with, just to transfer energy, just to have extra energy, to not feel this aloneness. And so I did went through that process or whatever, and I didn't cuss dude out on it. I just let him know right now I don't want to date, because that's how I felt at that moment. And I mean, I'm not closing the door on my love life or whatever, but right now I'm whole. That's that feeling. That's how I feel, like I'm whole. Like I have what I need right now, and I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just a feeling of like, nah, I don't need to add no extra. That's gonna be too much weight. But I don't know. Yeah. So I was laying there and I was just thinking. I was like, I got into this state of like gratitude, but it was more so, I wouldn't say sad, but like now a little teary eyed. I was in like a joyous state, because I had never experienced just not wanting anyone. Well, I wouldn't say, well, yeah, not having to have, not needing, or not having, feeling like I needed to have someone to be there, like just to talk to, just to blah blah blah, whatever. But so yeah, I was laying there and I was just like, man, I was just thanking the universe, thanking God, and I was like, man, I'm so grateful, because yeah, I could have got myself like back in a loop, because usually, yeah, I would have text back. I would have just started talking just to have something to feel like a void. But how I feel now, it's like there's no empty spaces to add in just extras. There is whole, it's full or whatever. Like I filled my own cup. So I was just laying there and I was just grateful. I was crying like because it was like you know how you get like in this joyous state. It was like joy and I was just thankful and I was like, man, if you don't do anything else for me, I'm grateful for where I am now. I'm grateful for all the things that have been done and yeah, I'm just grateful. If nothing else happens for me or yeah, I'm grateful for everything that has happened. I'm just grateful. And I was just in that state and somehow I ended up going to sleep. But I was just thinking like my ancestors and I was thinking back like, cause like at a point in my life where I actually was in the energy of having to or feeling like I had to have someone there or I had to have blah blah blah. That was the moment or that was in that time period where I was placed in this alone state where family could not be there for me, even though like they didn't get it. No one got what I was dealing with, and I couldn't explain it because I didn't really understand it. So I only had to go in to myself and go in with spirit and get on one accord with what spirit wanted me to do or whatever, and see that guidance that was being divinely, you know, that divine guidance and not having to search outside and stay focused on like this pathway or whatever. So I was just looking at that because it was like, man, at the time when I really wanted these things, at the time I really wanted that. It's like that's when it wasn't being offered. No one wanted to. I wouldn't say no one wanted to talk to me because people did. People don't care, but it's like no one worth my time from how I see it. No one worth my time or worth the energy wanted to talk to me or whatever or be there. So it made me, you know how you get to this state of where you're I don't know, it's like I'm just happy single. I don't know how to explain it, but there's a joy in just yeah. So maybe you're dealing with something like that, or maybe this is how you're, yes, maybe you're dealing with something like this. That knowing that you're not alone, because even like in my alone time when people could not be there for me physically, I realized who was there for me in the spirit realm and who never left, and I was just grateful and I was just thanking them because I was like, man, at times where I know I felt like I needed people or I felt like I needed someone to confide in and talk to and express myself to and just be there like that shoulder to lean on when I felt like I needed that. People weren't there, but my ancestors, my spirit guides, my angels, they were all there, and I was just in this moment of like gratitude because a lot of times back then, I don't want to cry, but like a lot of times before I actually knew about all this stuff that I know now, um yeah, they were there, and I now see where like different times I was pushed to do other things and pushed into continuing my pathway, pushed into continuing to do better and be better, to thrive and to strive to be a better version of myself. It wasn't always people, and it was like this energy. I can't explain it because it's just so joyous, but it was just like this energy that kept me going. But now that I know what they are, these were these ancestors, these angels and guides that knew what I was here to do and knew what I had to move through and get through and make it through to get to the other side, to see this joy here, to receive this joy. And I don't know, I'm just so grateful. But yeah, okay, I don't know, they just took me to, they started talking about suicide. Now, okay, y'all want to go deep. I don't know, maybe I feel the energy. Maybe you or someone here, maybe you feel like you're not enough, or like you don't have enough, or like you just aren't worthy of something here. And maybe you're in that state of feeling like you're alone and like you don't have anyone, and maybe that thought has come across your mind. Yeah, okay. From experience, it's not worth it. It's not worth even the thoughts. If you think on that level, transfer that energy and think of, why do I want to do this? What can I do in life now that'll change how I feel at this very moment? Will I let this one emotion or this one feeling transfer into every aspect of my life and want me, like, push me to end something before I make it to the goal, before I make it to the finish line? Like that hindering yourself before you, like right before you get there. So yeah, I don't know where that just went, but okay. So I'm gonna pull cards. I'm using the Prism of Visions Tarot deck. I've already cleansed the energy, but they had me to bring a bell, so this is my baby's little bell ball. Know that you are not alone. You are not alone. When you think you are alone, you aren't alone. You're never alone here. You're never alone. Never, ever. You're never alone. So at those times, let me put this down. At those times when you feel like you can't go on, or you feel like you just can't make it, that like everything is coming against you for you to stop, that is the main time and the main period in your life that you need to be pushing yourself. Because at that, from experience, at the moment when you feel at your lowest, that's the moment of your breakthrough. That's the moment when you reach that point where you can't go any lower, or you can't go any longer in the process of where you are going, or the pathway where you are, or the pathway that you are going on. You hit that, like that rock bottom, you hit that breaking point, and it's only up from there unless you continue or you want to stay at that level. But from experience, I would say, if I had done the things or whatever on that level suicide thing, if I had done that before, if I had done the things that I had set my mind on because of, bullshit, things that don't even matter now, I wouldn't be here to talk to you now. I wouldn't be here to tell you about my pathway or my journey, or I wouldn't be able to help you on your journey. So I would say, to, if you feel like you're at your lowest, you feel like you're alone, know that you are not alone. I'm here if you want to talk to me. It's in my email. My email address is in the description box below. But like, you're never alone. That's just the whole thing. If you feel like you're alone, you are not. Even if you have to sit there and just talk to yourself, know that there are people listening. There are things that listen to what you say. Because a lot of people that already, but like growing up and things, I always used to, I wouldn't say I talked to myself. I didn't used to talk to myself, but I did. It was more so you know how you always have these, like, I always knew we had angels. I didn't know about the ancestors or what they connected with and all that, even though they're like kind of the same, but I didn't know about that. So I was always this kind of person where I never really connected with people, because I was empathic or whatever, and I never knew how to transmute that energy. So like a lot of people's energy I would feel it, so it would cause me to go into like this really, really shy place, and I never really talked to people. I didn't really want to be around people, but people wanted to be around me. People like to talk to me, but I was like a mute. But it was because of the energy and the emotions that I would feel from others, because I did not know of how to protect myself. I didn't know anything about all this or whatever. So I would talk to myself. I wouldn't say talking to myself, but I would think out loud things that I would want to have conversations about with others. I would have these conversations with like the air, the universe. I would just put it out there, and yeah, I can't explain that, but yeah, maybe that's something you need to do. Write down these things. Like when you get into this state of feeling like you're alone or like you don't have anyone, write down your thoughts. Write down things. And when you write down these things, write down next to them things that you can do to make the situation better at that moment. You could get up and take a shower. You can get up and brush your teeth. You can get up and brush your hair. You can get up and wash your face. Anything, I don't know who this is, but anything that you could do to change the energy or from that depleted type level, that lower vibrational level, because it's just things that want to stop you from getting to the level that you need to get to. Because usually from experience and from just seeing people throughout life, when you hit rock bottom or you get to that point of your breaking, it's only up from there unless you want to stay there. You don't get down and lay down. You lay down, you get down, but you gotta get back up. Okay, so the two cards that I pulled is the Hermit's card. It kind of looks like the Moon card to me. So yeah, and the Eight of Wands here. Okay, see, I ain't playing. Everything's going in together, but we've been talking a long time. All right, with this Hermit card, I'm seeing the Moon card here, but also with this Eight of Wands, how I was just saying that alone is being alone, because there's a man here on this bridge, but he's standing next to me, it kind of looks like a figure. Like he's standing next to like a, I don't know, like a spirit, or you know how ghost like figures look, that aspiration, that like he's standing next to an aspiration, but he's in this place of being alone here. Maybe, I don't know, I picked up on this like a while ago, and it was in like this same scenario about someone on a bridge wanting to jump. But now this person, you have a like a spirit guide or something that's there with you. It's this, whatever it is, it's convincing you not to do this. Maybe you feel like you're alone, you feel like you don't have anyone to talk to, but this thing, this aspiration, this ancestor here, it speaks to you when you're alone. That's why you've been put in this position to be alone, so you can hear, you can listen, you can focus here. And maybe you need to get near water here, or you live near water. But they're showing me here someone speaks to you before you jump off of a bridge here, and you get to see this aspiration by you. It's like you hear it before you're about to jump, because they're showing me someone like leaning over the bridge, about to do it or whatever. But there's something here, something caught your eye before you could go, and it spoke to you. I don't know what it said, but it spoke to you. Okay, here we have 3 cards. Okay, we have the Moon card. See, Moon card, I know I saw that card up there. Moon card, the King of Wands, and the Strength card. Okay, some secret came out, and you're in this state of wanting to get rid of you because of something that came out. Maybe something about, they're showing me like an eye here, something. And we have the Page of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. That's what I was seeing that, but I didn't see the Page of Pentacles. Something about a child, a parent of a child came out. They're showing me like strong DNA. So maybe something came out about DNA, or a child's DNA. Something about, maybe this child was considered to be, or proven to not be yours, and it sent you in this state of being depressed here, like a depressed type energy. And maybe you want to do that because you found out this news, but you have help. You have someone here that's not, it's like they're trying to get you to see that there's better, that this happened for you to level up, that you're here to rise up after whatever this was that came out, this thing, this confrontation here. They're showing me like someone approached you and told you, maybe they did a DNA test on your child and it was proven that this person is the parent of that child, and they came to you with it. It's like you got this news firsthand. They didn't blast it out on the internet or like media, but they're showing me here like they were sneaking behind your back, maybe a Leo. They show me like a shadow. Someone was doing something behind your back, and the other person they told, because this person watched this child develop, and they saw that this child looked more like them. You had no idea. Yeah, with the eight of chalices, the 8 of cups. They show me the Ace of Swords here as well too. They're just showing me like okay, maybe the mother of this child, because I'm not seeing a female here, but I feel it. You were like manipulated. They manipulated the situation because they wanted to be with you and not the other person. So maybe they told this other person that the child wasn't theirs, and told you that the child was yours, and it was to be together with you and apart from this person. They wanted to walk away from the situation that they had started with this person. This was someone that they were intimate. See, that want me to get it out. This is someone that they slept with when with you. Maybe you're engaged to this person, or you were planning to propose to this person here. Yeah, that's like a planning to propose with this 8 of Wands, like a speaking out, taking control. But they're showing me here with this King of Wands here, it's like you were this alone time. Maybe you took a trip away from this person, and in your alone time you were planning to, it's like you were planning to get some kind of ring or something. You were planning to propose to this person while away from this person, but you were elevated to see things on a different level here, to see things on a higher perspective. And in this time you were approached with the truth about the situation here that happened, like paternity. That's what they're showing me, paternity here. Yeah, because even in this moon card, they're showing me like 2 people here having to meet back up, and they're splitting the secret. They're exposing this secret here in that same water or whatever. Maybe you had a feeling. It's like maybe you were getting like intuitive guidance or intuitive. Okay, they're showing me like a past, present, future, or like a past that activated into your present and is now going to do something to your future. Okay, maybe you went through this depression or him, and you wanted to, I don't know, you wanted to do something to yourself, and it's like you had an angel or something that stopped you from doing this. And maybe you went into, it's like you got back on your shit or whatever. You got back into your flow. You got back onto how you are and what you are. You got back into the groove. That's what they're showing me. And when you got back into the groove, maybe you got into the energy of wanting to be intimate with someone, and you met someone. Maybe this person's like a Leo, but they were already dealing with someone, or they started to deal with, it's like they were dealing with you and some more people. And maybe this person was pregnant or something. Someone got pregnant here, and they flipped the baby on the other person, on you and not the other person, knowingly. It's like they knew that the baby was this other person's. Maybe they were arguing with this person and telling this person that it wasn't their child or whatever, because they wanted to be with you that bad. But I don't know. I don't know if it's weird though. Okay. Maybe this is someone that they were engaged to. It's like a lot of different stories in here. Someone that they walked away from to fulfill like a passionate thing with you. This was not love, it was lust. Love, they left love to go to lust, and they took their love child to into a lustful relationship or whatever. And this person was still waiting. This person stayed behind because something was premised to this person. That child was premised to this person. This person knew for years, they're saying like 2 or 3 years, that this was their child, but they stayed behind the scenes just watching this child develop. And maybe they couldn't hold it back any longer. They went, maybe somehow they got a DNA test done. I don't know how this happened. The chariot in reverse, they couldn't move forward. So maybe they want to get a DNA test done, or maybe that's the future. Maybe I just predicted what was going to happen. Maybe this person is going to speak to you or going to expose this truth. Maybe the truth, exposing the truth that there could be a possibility of this person being that child's dad or whatever. And that's the truth that's exposed to allow a DNA test to be activated or initiated. And the truth is going to be proven that you are not this child's father, and that this person is. So the one that's not been in the life for the years, that was pushed out, that's the dad, and you aren't. But maybe, okay, maybe it's going back into how in the beginning, how I was talking about that, feeling like you needed someone, feeling like you had to have someone. Maybe this is a lesson that you are learning, that you don't need to, like I said, I would jump into things just to have someone to talk to, just to have someone, just to have another energy around. Maybe this is a lesson that you are learning, to not always accept the first thing that comes, to not always jump into things, and to accept that you can be alone and happy at the same time, that you don't have to have others to feel whole. But I don't know how that's going to play out. It's like you had to be hurt to like to realize that you are the love that you are seeking. I don't know. They kind of, I'm gonna pull for another story because that one got all over the place. Or we're gonna pull for some advice. Okay, Spirit, can you please show me what we need to see for the collective? Can you give us some advice for the collective? And we do thank you for this opportunity. Can you please give us some advice for the collective? And I do thank you for this opportunity. Okay, we have 3 cards. Put them in there. We have the Page of Wands, the 9 of Chalices, 9 of Cups, and we have the 3 of Pentacles. I'm about to play this song because this is the song that started playing. Oh, this used to be my song going to school. I'm going to read those cards, but first I'm going to play this song. If they load it, I don't know. This is the song. It's called "The Show Goes On" by Lupe Fiasco. This used to be my song. Anybody ever wonder they'll see the sun up? The show goes on, alright, okay. I love that song. It's so motivational, inspirational. That song is called The Show Goes On by Lupe Fiasco. Now, what they were showing me with this Page of Wands, this Nine of Chalices, and this Three of Pentacles, how you have to get back to this place of innocence, this childlike energy, this passion that you have for life, this drive for life, this passion to just be here to be. That's the energy you needed to get back into. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6 was on the clock. But yeah, it's like you're having to get back into the energy of just being, not having to feel like you're attached to things, but just being you, being who you are on an authentic level. Now with the Nine of Chalices, Nine of Cups, they're showing me like having to be, well, I just kind of said everything. Like knowing that your happiness is right there where you are, not having to go and seek it, knowing that you are the happiness. Like what you seek is what you seek is seeking you. So not having to go outside of yourself to find what you already have within yourself, knowing that you already have what you need, you already have what you want. You are what you want. You have to embody what you want for you to see it outside of yourself. Yeah, with this Three of Pentacles as well, they're just showing me like you're building a house. It's like building up your temple, your body as a temple, building up your house so that when you get all the things in it, it'll stand, like they're showing me like it'll stand on a firm, solid foundation, and you won't have to go outside to get what you already have inside of your home. Your home is filled already with what it needs, what it requires to operate. So I'm just gonna leave this here. I do thank you all for visiting my channel. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, whatever you feel led to do. Let spirit guide you with these messages. All of my information for contacting me, booking any kind of readings, any of my jewelry or anything, spiritual consultation, all of that is available on my website, and it's the link in the description box below.